question is, what is the big issue with IEBC every electoral cycle?
I think the issue is not with IEBC. I think the issue is with the culture that we have, our election processes and how we perceive an independent electoral body as the electorate and as politicians. That's the issue. You know, once you have cultivated and embedded a culture of always opposing election results, then it doesn't matter who you sit at IEBC, because there's already a culture that, you know, it's not transparent, it's not free, it's not fair. But one of the things that you could see changed this electoral process is that this past election year is that, for one, there are not so many cases in court. You remember how, you know, previously you would vie for a member of parliament seat, even a county assembly seat. The moment the election is over, you are running to court. And I think some of the measures that were put in place in terms of now the judicial process, that before you go to court, you have to provide ABCD, you have to be able to give security in terms of who's actually going to pay for that process. It sort of mitigated the idea that it's so easy for you to just dispute, even when you don't have any grounds. So if you look at the number of cases that we have in this election, the past election, compared to all other elections, we actually...
They're minimal.
Very minimal, because of certain amendments and judicial processes that were put in place. And I think going forward, and that's why I say I don't think the issue is with IEBC. The issue is that the culture that we have just cultivated over the past years. And you know, now, if you ask any politician who vied for office and did not win, if you ask them how come you didn't go to court, and maybe the previous years they also lost, but they went to court and they disputed it, they'll tell you, first of all, the stipulations of the basis of disputing an election, the election results, have been clarified, and there has been sensitization. And as I said, the judicial process as well has been clarified to the extent that, you know, ukienda kotini, there are no grounds, utashindwa, you're going to have to pay for that process.
Would it be because it was precipitated about what happened in 2013, 2017, lack of proper evidence?
No, I think what is happening, we are also developing in terms of our democracy, in terms of our elections. People are growing into what you'd call now the transparency and the democracy that should be. So for me, and you will see that with the coming in of the next IEBC set of commissioners and whatever, because based on these past cases, even with the Cherera 4 and what, and the setting up of the Commission of Inquiry and all that, you would really have to think twice for you to feel that you are being asked to compromise your situation because of a certain political divide. So I think it's just, we need to change our culture in terms of accepting the election results, and as politicians, because it starts with the politicians. If the politicians actually showcase that when we go for a competition there can only be one winner, then even the commissioners and the whole independent electoral body won't have to deal with a lot of unnecessary, I'd say, false accusations.